So Washington State 20 going through the Colville National Forest. Beautiful, beautiful road. Not great vistas, but man, the road sure is nice. Climbing up out of the valley. There's a wide river there. Couldn't tell you what it is. I'll have to look it up. But man, what a great stretch of road. Well, here in northern Montana, I spent the night last night in Whitefish, Montana. Had a great dinner at a little brew pub downtown. A nice little town, you know, a couple miles off the beaten path, but I have found that those are great little spots in the world. So when I got on US Highway 2 this morning, south of Whitefish, I saw a sign that said, motorcyclists consider alternate road under construction. So this is the road under construction. I'm sure you can see the lines on the road. The road has been ground up for repaving. I rode a paved section for a couple miles. I have no idea how long this is going to last, but it is I mean, it's not really that challenging to ride. It's kind of like riding on dirt for on the Africa Twin. You just want to let the handlebar do what it's going to do and not freak out about it. And maybe pass a damn boat that's right in front of you. But I can't do that. Anyway, yeah. Well, greetings from beautiful northern Montana. I woke up this morning not knowing where I was going to go. Two options for today. I could ride towards Seattle, kind of explore the way there. I think, you know, like maybe go out to the peninsula, the Olympic Peninsula, and kind of check things out. Or I could go south into a lot more of Wyoming, some of Idaho, go to Jackson, Wyoming. I've got friends in both places, and they've both been generous enough to offer a place for me to stay. I think I'm headed towards Seattle. It's just closer. Just to get to Jackson is about 2.5 days away. It's far. On a map, it looks really close, but it's not. Seattle on my little GPS says, "Oh, you're 10 hours away." Now that's 10 hours not on Highway 2. That's Highway 2 to an interstate. I think I-90. And I'm not going to do I-90. I'm just going to do 2. Because US Route 2 goes through Cascade National Forest, Cascade National Park. Absolutely beautiful area. I have ridden it before, but it was, again, thousands of years ago. Different life, different time. I'm not trying to relive those times. I'm just enjoying the road. And I'm riding it the other direction. So I think my plan now is I'll ride toward Seattle, that area, kind of northwestern Washington. Then I'll go south into Oregon. I've got some friends outside of Portland. And then I'll go to Roseburg, Oregon. I've got some friends there. Probably spend a couple days there. Then head south toward San Francisco. And, oh, that's nice. The carved up asphalt is now gone. Anyway, so I'll go to Roseburg, Oregon, then down to San Francisco, visit some family. Then from there, cut over to Utah, visit friends there. Then to Vegas, then south to Sedona to visit my uncle. So it's going to be an interesting trip. I mean, other than Alaska, I didn't really have much, planned or even like sketched out. So I'm literally the hashtag I have no idea what the hell I'm doing certainly applies right now to me, which is great. So hashtag I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm actually riding west on US 2. It's a great road to ride west in the morning because the sun is at my back. And you see how many clouds are in the sky. Welcome to Traveling with Hawk Hagaback. This is as per usual. Man, I really am. I'm a blessed dude. Anyway, I will check in later on the road. We'll see what I see along US 2. I know I don't have very much of Montana left. Then I'll have a little sliver of Idaho, just that northern part of Idaho, and then I'll be in Washington State. Well, every summer there's construction done, especially in the north where there's no availability of construction any other time of the year. So right now everything in Alaska is under construction. Everything in Washington and most of Canada, you run into a lot of construction. And this little chunk of northwestern Montana is no exception. Delayed about 10 minutes on the side of the road. I ate an apple. I took some photos. It's a pretty spot to be held up. But I'm told that the road ahead, it's about 6 miles worth of loose gravel and mud, which is really good news considering I just washed the motorcycle this morning. But that's okay. I'm just waiting on the pilot car to get turned around, and at least I'm the lead dog, so I can not get too much gravel thrown up at me and not too much dust. So humorously, the construction crew comes out and waters the dirt. Right now I'm still on asphalt, but that's about to change right up ahead. So they water it to cut back on dust being blown around. Well, that's great. But that also creates mud, which is a lot of fun to ride a motorcycle on, if you've ever done it. Anyway, so here I am in muddy gravel. It's not terrible yet, but I'm just laughing because, of course, I washed the motorcycle this morning. This is Washington 20, so it links up with US 2 right there on the Washington-Idaho border, and I met another rider there. His name was Brad. He was a retired Navy pilot, had flown off of carriers for a few years, and a nice guy. He had a Sena headset, so at a red light we just linked up and then chatted for the next 45 minutes to an hour. We stopped and got a drink as we were parting ways. Not that kind of drink, just like water or whatever. Anyway, parted ways, exchanged information and all that, but nice guy. Probably, just one of those people that you meet on the road. It's like the other guys I've met. Lori, great lady out of Vegas, Greg from New Zealand, and then Chance. Chance now lives in Thailand, but he's Yeah, retired Navy SEAL guy. Freaking hilarious. Anyway, so add to that, Brad. So Brad was on a BMW bike. He's doing it's called an honor tour. It's where he rides around the country collecting photos of he and his bike in front of monuments to honor veterans and first responders. Pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, so that's what he was doing, but he had to turn south on 2, and I wanted to get on Washington 20. So Washington 20, this sweet little road that I'm on right now, although you can't see curbs right now, there are plenty. This road will lead me through the Cascade mountain range, and it's just a great little stretch of highway. There's not much going on it. There are very few towns, and when there are, they're more like clusters of homes. I hope that there's something in the next 180 miles or so, because I'll be out of gas. But yeah, here I am, Washington 20. Well, that is the Columbia River in northern Washington. Wow. And just passed through the little town of Kettle Falls. Really nice. And so gas has not been plentiful, but frequent enough. I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, and there's some motorcycles. And here we go. Alright. Traction tires advised. Road work next 41 miles. Well, that's never a good sign. Free range cattle. Yeah. Sure. Keep an eye out for that. Anyway. Well, pretty cool to see the Columbia way up here. Hey, good morning, everybody. I get a lot of questions about weather because I ride all the time, every day, and I have said the sun always shines on Hawk Hagaback, and that's usually been the case. I mean, I have had about 3.5 hours of rain in the last 9 weeks of riding almost every day. That is not the case today. I don't know if you can tell, but this is beautiful downtown. Let's see, where am I? Republic. I'm in Republic, Washington, and it is raining. Not pouring, but it's raining. So this morning, rain gear is going to come on, and I'm just going to buckle in and head west. So anyway, greetings from the rainstorm. Well, see ya. Well, and just like that, the rain has quit. The rain has stopped 30 minutes outside of town. So yeah, so I'm gonna put on my dry gear now. So it's great. Beautiful area right here, kind of farm, country, cattle, that kind of stuff, but whatever. No rain. Well, that's not something that I see in my native Georgia. That is to measure snow. Goes up to 9 feet. I'm here in Loop Loop Pass in Washington State. Loop Loop Pass. So, elevation 4,020. All right. And this is the Motohawk River, or whatever, watershed. All right. Still a little bit arid here, but more lodgepole pines than before. Still absolutely beautiful here. All right, well, I'll check in a little bit later. I'm pulling into a town called Winthrop. It's an old western town, like with saloons with double doors and all that stuff. I'm sure I'll go busting in there, maybe grab some lunch. So I'll check in about that. The only thing higher than the trees here are the mountains. Those trees are soaring. They are. I mean, look at that. That is Wow, that is incredibly tall. Wow. Amazing. Wow. So the Northern Cascades do not fail to disappoint. It is, well, they do fail to disappoint. There is no disappointment here. It is absolutely stunning. Off to the right, that lake that you see, that's Diablo Lake. It's it's bright blue because of the rock powder, the rock flour that's in it. The glaciers, they grind the rocks into a fine powder, like similar to talcum powder, and that powder suspends in the water, reflecting that really light blue shape. It sort of reminds me, if you've ever been to a water park, like if you've ever been to an amusement park with a water ride with the water that's colored blue, it's like that. It looks like fake water, but I assure you that is real stuff. But wow, what a neat, what a beautiful view, and freaking phenomenal road. The road is in great shape. There's some traffic, not terrible, but wow. And just above me, right up there's snow on the mountain. Wow. I mean, it's warm here. It's 80 degrees right now. But as I'm moving, it's not terrible. Anyway. As Washington 20 continues west out of the park, you'll follow the Skagit River, and it is also that powder blue color from the glaciated rock flour, they call it. But the Skagit River just runs right next to the road. The road kind of is leveled out, but still a great twist and shout as you follow along the river. I am really enjoying this road. Cars are pretty friendly, and an odd thing about Washington State that I think every state should enact this law is if there are more than 5 cars behind you, you're required to pull out. You're required to grab a piece of that curb. They have slow vehicle pull-offs pretty frequently, so I think that's a freaking brilliant idea. I don't want to start a whole debate about lane splitting, but if you want to do it, I think you should be able to do it. If you want to pass vehicles, when the dash line is on your side, great. I'm not about ever doing it when that's solid, unless it's extremely slow, like a farm vehicle or something. But if you want to do 100 and they're doing the speed limit, no. Wait till the dash line comes your way. But anyway, I just think Washington State has a good law there, where if you have 5 people behind you, 5 cars behind you, you're required to pull off. I think that is. So I'm about to take the Washington State Ferry across to the Olympic Peninsula, and it's I'm going to Paul's Boat tonight. I haven't done this, but motorcycles come to the front of the line. That's pretty cool. And then we're first on and first off. Awesome. Should be a nice cruise. So they bring champagne down and all that while we wait?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's valet parking once you get up there.
Oh, good. This will be the 6th ferry that I've ridden this trip. I did 2 in Tadoussac, 1 in Wisconsin, 1 in the Yukon, and 1 on Long Island. I have no idea where I'm going. great ferry crossing from Seattle to the Olympic Peninsula. Look at those beautiful mountains with that with the sun in the background. Absolutely astounding. Freaking rock on, man. Beautiful. And motorcyclists are first on and first off here, so that's like cheating. It's great. Hey riders, thanks very much for watching that video in its entirety. If you would, click over here on the subscribe button, and then the button just to the right of it, that is the bell button, and if you press that, that lets YouTube know that you want to know what I've been up to on this particular channel. So every time I post something new, they'll alert you, and that's cool. Because if I'm just doing this for me, I'm not going to be doing this. So please subscribe, be aware, know what's going on. Also below, you're going to find my channels to my social media, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shizzle bedrizzle. You can sign up for those too. Stay alert, stay aware of what's going on. Also, I'm going to share the link to Motohawk.com. That's where you can go to make me be your ride guide to the Southeast United States. If you're traveling in North Georgia, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, Virginia, or West Virginia on two wheels, let me help you out. I've got 3 great books. They're available on the website, and there's some other cool information to share on the website too. All right, I hope that you really enjoyed the video. Be safe, ride smart, but have a great time.